Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union. Dylan Tyrer here with you ahead of the first meeting of the season between the Blue Jackets and the Florida Panthers. Remember, the Blue Jackets played last night, falling to the Red Wings by a final score of 6-1 right here at Nationwide Arena. That loss snapped what was a 4-game point streak for the Blue Jackets, so they're looking to bounce back tonight against the Florida Panthers. For more on what the Blue Jackets need to do going into this one, here are Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, the Blue Jackets back at it again here today. And Jody, this is one of those days that you're happy to come back to the rink and have a game, because after losing last night, you have a chance to turn it around.
That's right. Some days you have a bad day at work, and you know what? And you go home and you shake it off, and then, boy, you can't wait to get back and get at it and get better the next day. And that's what the Blue Jackets are facing right here. Last night wasn't what they wanted. Tonight they get right back at it. Less than 24 hours from last night's start against a good team in the Florida Panthers. So the Blue Jackets now understand what they did wrong. They'll change the game plan and try to address what they did. Too many turnovers. Thought they gave up the puck too much inside their attacking zone when they're trying to make those plays. Let's look for them tonight, try to be more north-south. Go straight in there, attack, and get those pucks deep, then get the pucks on net.
I want to ask you a little bit how that happens, though. Is that when you start turning the puck over and you keep doing it and you can't make the changes and get out of that, is that inexperience? Is that stubbornness? How does it happen?
You know what? You have to credit a little bit to inexperience. I think sometimes as young players, and there's a lot of players in this lineup that haven't been in the NHL very long, against veteran players, credit the opposition, because they can bait you into thinking that play's available inside the blue line, but it's not. They'll give it and take it away. And I think as you become a veteran player and understand circumstances, you see that the play is deep to make that defenseman go back and grind rather than try to go east-west across that blue line, and then it gets picked off. So I would say inexperience plus the abilities of the opposition who understand your inexperience, they might put you in situations that you didn't see coming.
Things pretty much the same for the Blue Jackets today, with one exception. Trey Fix-Wolansky, who was red hot for the Cleveland Monsters, has been called up, and he will play in this game tonight. That's how we see it. Dylan, back to you.
You heard them talk about Trey Fix-Wolansky and his call up from the Blue Jackets AHL affiliate, the Cleveland Monsters. He is red hot right now. 14 points across his last 4 games, and Blue Jackets head coach Brad Larson talked about what the winger brings earlier today.
He's a high energy kid, and he's got a little bite to his game. He's got some tenacity, so I expect him to have energy tonight. So hopefully that helps us.
On the other side of things, the Florida Panthers come into tonight's game with a new head coach compared to last season. Paul Maurice comes to Florida after spending a lot of time in Winnipeg as the head coach of the Jets. It's been an up-and-down season so far for the Panthers. They enter this one sitting in 5th place in the Atlantic Division. They're coming off of a 5-game homestand, a quick stop here in Columbus before they head back to South Florida. They fell in a shootout last night to the Calgary Flames, so just like the Blue Jackets, they want to get back into the win column here tonight. A couple of players to watch for Florida. Matthew Tkachuk, a new member of the Panthers, coming over in a trade with the Calgary Flames this offseason, leads the team in points. Carter Verhaeghe is the leading goal scorer with 11 on the season, and always dangerous Florida captain Alexander Barkov. So an excellent test for the Blue Jackets this evening in Columbus. Let's see if they can get back into the win column. That'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyrer saying enjoy the game.